Hello, everybody. Happy Friday night. How are you? Hope everybody's doing well. Hello, hello. Hello. Happy Friday night. Hey there. How are you?
I was like, I was like,
Where is she at?
maybe she met a different time. Maybe it's I need to get
No,
more.
no. I am here running a few minutes behind. Had my
Wonderful.
little, so yeah.
Wonderful. Let me
Yes.
ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, when there's like an invite that goes right in you, like right now, is it because you sent that to invite me, or is it because the system automatically will do that?
The system will do that. It'll send an invite to follow
Okay.
up. Yep, it'll send
Okay.
a follow
Got
up
it. Got it. Got
invite.
it.
Yep. Yes. It will. And I did not set an invite for this particular live. I was just gonna go live, and I set it up, and it said like 9:05 is the time that it
Mm,
had on it. So I was like, oh, okay,
got it.
okay, yeah,
Well,
yes.
you look very beautiful.
Well, thank
You
you.
look shiny and new. I like the way your hair is back. I'm loving those earrings. You look fabulous.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, I look like somebody came and just drug me around this earth a little
Like you've
bit.
been in bed, like you've been resting and relaxing. So heart, push the hearts, send the hearts, just to
Okay.
get things going.
Okay. So that's what that does.
Yes, it what it does is it builds up. I think like at the end of the show, depending on I don't know what they go towards, but they do count because it was like I know at the end of the show this morning there were like 3,500 hearts.
Oh, so
So I
that's what
just
that is.
yeah, so I
Child.
just kept hitting the heart button the whole
All
time we were
right.
on just to get things going and
Got
yeah,
it.
yep. So
I
good
got you.
evening. Yeah, I was like, oh, I know I said I was gonna do this. So I am committed. I am committed. Committed.
Commitment and consistency is important. I
Committed.
Guess what happened though? So here I am. Remember I told you I'm teaching about this stuff about being double-minded, right? And here comes the one that's my weakness, right? Texting me, right? Hitting me up, um, you know, and that's my weak spot, right? And then I'm just like, okay, you know, and I
Hello,
was
hello. Thank you for joining. Hello. Well, I see you dropped. Hey, Miss Chester, Dr. Dre. I'm listening to go ahead and finish sharing about being double-minded and the weakness. So the weakness is texting and calling and texting and calling.
Yeah, it's so funny how that was our, what we were talking about today at my live, right? And then
Hmm.
here I am being put to the test. So I was
Wow.
like, here we go, right?
Yeah, that is what happens. Usually it's like, okay, are you just talking it or are you living it? Let's see what you're doing here. Are you just talking about it or are you living it? And can we now see where that waddling of the fence is just stable on one side? Hello, thanks everybody for joining and dropping in. Tonight we are going to talk a little bit more about finding love, finding love after loss, after heartache, after heartbreak. What do we do, and what does that look like? Um, so, This is the third part of that topic that I've done. I posted some of the videos from the first two. This one, but just we'll talk a little bit about some of my experiences, some of the things that I have done, and where I am in my dating journey. So anything you want to add, Miss Exterminator? We have Miss Exterminator on. Thank you for joining me and being my co-host tonight to ask questions and help us kick off the conversation about finding love and where do we go for love? How do we what do we look for now? What are the new patterns that we look for over 50 in dating? 50 and dating. Hello, Virginia. Hello. Um, I saw a number of people join. Kimmy 22, Corny, Nicole, thanks. Quatella, Haywar, Tamika, Belinda Hayes, thank you for joining. Louise Christmas, Colorado, thank you for joining. Miss Chester, Dr. Drex, and Carol, thank you for joining. BW Salter, thank you for joining. Thank you guys for dropping in. So our topic tonight is finding love after 50, and what does it look like after being married, divorced, potentially married again, dating. What does dating look like, and how do we find love? Not finding, you know, just companionship, but love. And one of my comments was that Tina Turner said, "What's love got to do with it?" Because I have found love to disappoint in some circumstances. So tonight, I want to kind of talk about that a little bit more. Talk about what my approach is now at 50, what I am looking for, and what is important to me at this point in time in life. You know, in my 20s, I always thought that I wanted to be cared for, that I wanted to work if I had to. I didn't want to have to worry about all the responsibility that came with being an adult. I wanted a provider. I wanted a provider. And so in my 20s, my first husband, he did a fairly good job of allowing me to relax a little bit, right? I wasn't a kept woman, but I didn't have to work full time. I was able to work part time. I was able to stay home with my kids at different points in life. So although I didn't go into the corporate world working full time until later on, I have flexibility. And so I was grateful for that. But what I always thought that I wanted was to have somebody that wanted to fully provide. So I wanted to have a spouse that made more than enough money so that I didn't have to work if I didn't want to. And I would be able to live the life that we see on TV, right? So that I go shopping. If I wanted to sleep in and eat bonbons, I could do that. Hey, Julian. That was my vision of my life for a long, long time. The interesting thing about that, I had that opportunity at 50. And now that I've had that opportunity, I have come to realize that that is not what I want. Interesting, right? We long for something all of our life, and then the opportunity comes along, and we, through life, we figure out who we are and what we value. And so our priorities change because we get to know who we are at our core. And had I not been married and gone through and had the experience or desired that, and then had some flexibility and built my own career and had a foundation of my own, I would not have known that that was not something that I now want at this point in life. So it's interesting as we discover who we are, which is something we talked about today, knowing what we want and what we'll tolerate and what we won't. And so that was something that was eye opening for me because I mean, I really thought, oh, yeah, I want to be a kept woman. I want a man that will just do everything. And I've decided that that's not what I want. I like working, I like having my own stuff, I like acquiring my own assets. I like living my own life. I don't want to be dominated or controlled by anyone. And I definitely hate to say this. I know the men are going to get upset. Don't want to be told what to do. I don't mind, um, in some circumstances, but overall, I think relationships should be like friendships, and we should all, we should respect everybody's individuality and move on. So, um, Miss Exterminator, anything you have to say about that?
No, it sounds like you definitely know what you want, which you obviously should, considering with your experience and things you went through. And it's okay to, again, make those requirements, make them known, and communicating that. I mean, that's the best thing to do so that someone that does come into your life, they know what to expect and they know exactly what you're looking for. So, yeah, I think that's a good thing for you.
Yeah. So that's just a little bit about me, and I'd love to hear other people's experiences, their thoughts, what they're looking for at this point. What are you looking for at this point in your life? Are there some things that you thought that you wanted, and now you're at a point in life where you're like, I really don't need that. It's okay, or you've come up with some absolutes that you're like, yeah, I won't tolerate anything except for this. And I'm talking to you, Miss Exterminator.
Sorry, I didn't know. I thought you meant the audience.
And yes,
So,
the audience too, but because you are in the box with me, yes, I am
so
speaking
you
to you. Hey,
It's, I don't know sometimes where I'm at. This is what I just keep saying. I'm just tired of being tired of being tired of being tired. And so I just want to enjoy life. I want a companionship. I want someone to enjoy life with. I want to travel. I want to just go and have fun and not think about things. I want someone that'll step up and we'll just because I can meet them, I can do my part and they can do their part and just have a good time. When you're 50, when you turn 50 and older, or even in your 40s, right, you pretty much, you know, almost already been there, done that. If you haven't been married, if you've been married for so long and then you've just got a divorce, that's different, right? But I'm talking about like us who's been in the dating pool for a while, right? I just want to have a good time. Children grown, the young adults, they're doing their own things.
mhm.
And as a woman, I just want to be spoiled. And what I mean by spoiled, like, um, just spoiled with with love, with attention, not smothered, okay, but
Thanks
spoiled,
for
just the
clarifying
love,
that.
the attention. Yeah, I don't want to be suffocated, nor would I want to suffocate you. But what I'm saying is, I just want to have a good time, and I don't want to think about, because I told you about Mr. didn't want to let me bake a cake at a butt, and okay, I don't want that kind of situation to occur. Okay, I want someone to just be like, you know what, baby, do whatever. That doesn't care, like, oh, she's just crazy, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, we talked about that today, my neighbor and I, and Having somebody that gets you is really important. That friendship piece is huge. I mean, it is at this point that, and not that I'm putting on my representative, but that true, you understand my sense of humor, you get my sarcasm. Not that I'm saying that we'll agree 100% of the time, but we get each other and you get me. And so because we get each other, the relationship just flows. It's not complicated. And I think that that is critical at this age and at this point in life. Can't live without it. Can't live without it. It's more important than any of the other things. When we were younger, we thought it was SMEX, is what they call it. We thought it was financial security. But now at this point, it is genuinely companionship and friendship. And if that is not the goal of the relationship, it's like, I don't know what else we're doing it for. What else are we doing it for? So,
And it's like, and then here's the thing. I know for a fact that all of that is reachable. It's all there. Have I put myself? I haven't put myself out there enough because I just kind of already been in that back and forth. So I do need to make steps out there. I have no problem with doing that. I need to find ways to just make myself more available and open, go around certain areas or go places, you know what I mean? You know,
put yourself in
be more
environments.
approachable.
Hmm.
Yeah, be more approachable, and so I know it's there because I know what I want.
Yeah, yeah. And I think the other thing is at the age of 50 plus, going out all the time is not something that I do regularly. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it when I do, but I am so comfortable in my life, in my skin, that those extra steps are not like a thing. I know in my 30s, like Friday nights, I was like, I'm going out, I'm going to dance. Not that I don't enjoy it, I still enjoy it, but the effort that it takes to do it now is just a little bit more than it was before.
Mm. Yep.
It's just
It's
a
gonna take
little bit
more.
more.
Yeah, yeah, and just sometimes just the thought of I remember when being younger, I used to get so excited to get dressed, and get that new outfit on, and now it's just like come, Friday, I'm just like, dang, now Netflix, what's on Netflix this evening? You know what
That's
I'm
it. It's
saying? I
like
just watched a movie.
you're like, I enjoy my own company. And when you start to enjoy your own company, um, your peace becomes important. The people you have in your space become important. All of that really becomes important. And it's like, I'm not going to tolerate anything um, that's not serving. That's not serving.
Right. It's I think that's what it is. It's like we're already like at that no nonsense.
Hmm.
We're just, you know what I mean? We just keeping it simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that that's just where we're at in life, and a lot of men are that way. That's the funny thing. A
They've
lot
been
of
that
men are
way.
that way. Yeah, they
They've been
just
that
a lot.
way. We're just
Yeah,
catching up.
most men. Yeah, most men are just like that. Most men that I've dated are very simple. They want a good meal, they want some good loving and some support. That's it. Men are very simple
Mhm.
creatures.
They are.
Okay, except for these some, well, there's an excuse. Maybe there's 10% that are something else, but for the majority, I will say that I've dated, they're all very simple. Good food, good loving, support, and sports. That's it.
You said supporting and sports. That's all.
Oh
That's it.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all.
cause yeah.
That's it. That's all. Good stuff.
That's it.
Hey,
Isn't that
Cynthia.
simple?
Yeah, it is. It really is. But I think we're simple too. I think we have, we want what we want, and it's pretty simple. I think everybody just thinks it's complicated. It's not that complicated.
But I think, like you said, we're simple after we've been through a lot of stuff and learned in life, though, too. Because I know I wasn't always simple, though. I always I had this illusion, and I was a bit delusional about what love is and what it looks like, right? I expected certain things but they were all artificial. They weren't the real thing because you get hooked on what you see on TV.
So, what do you think the expectation piece is about? And why do we have or where does the false expectations come from? And why do we hold on to them, even if we know that they are not serving?
I think number one, we come from different upbringings, and your first 5 years of what you saw was a relationship that is already embedded in you. So whatever your household was like, that has a big impact. Your family environment has a big impact. What your parents were, was there a parent, absent parent? Were your parents loving? Whatever that was, your first 5 years, you already have that in you. And then moving forward, you grow up and you take on some patterns of behavior, right? And then whatever you saw what love looks like or what it should be on TV, you saw that on TV, you saw it in your family, you saw you saw your friends in relationship. If you saw heartache a lot of heartache a lot, that impacts the way you are. If you experienced cheating at an early age and you kept getting, all that has to do with the way you look at love and what you think love is,
I agree.
right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Well, I know for me, I don't know. I think I may have shared this, but I remember after I had gone through my divorce, and I was going to therapy, and I was dating this guy, and I said, I expect for him to be like this, and I expect for him to do this, and I had all these things that I was expecting of him, and my therapist said to me, "That's a lot to put on one person, don't you think?"
Okay.
And I was like, I never thought about it that way. That is what I thought. I thought men were supposed to carry a lot or be there, right? For all of these things. And I can't remember what it was, but whatever she said at that time, it completely changed my mind and my perspective as I move forward, because I was like, okay, I need to rely on me. I can't rely on them. I can just expect them to be who they are. And in that, love them as they are and not try to change them or make them be somebody that they aren't. So I have learned to embrace that. That is something that I have learned. My deal breakers are dishonesty, um, and dishonesty to the point of me not feeling safe anymore because what you say, um, is not, it's not a safe place. Your word is not safe, which means your actions are not safe. And so that's very important to me now. But outside of understanding that people do what they need to do to make themselves happy, I completely get that. So if someone decides that they want to go off and cheat, that's on them, because that's not about me. That is about a need that they are trying to fulfill. And they were not man enough or woman enough to say, hey, this is no longer working for me, instead, or say, hey, I feel like I'm being neglected in this area, or I am having some trauma from my past that is now bringing up some feelings of feeling inadequate, and so I feel like I need more. How can we handle this? So instead of having those conversations, if someone decides that they're going to go out and do something, that's about them. It has nothing to do with the person that it's done to.
Right. That, that that's very true. I also wanted to add that so in my upbringing, so my dad left, he left probably when I was like 10, 11. I'm talking about biological father. And also, I wanted to say that in the culture of my family, right? I grew up with my mother. My father's black, my mother's Mexican. And in the Mexican culture, you tend to put the men for like they're like the on a pedestal, okay?
Hmm.
And a woman and the female is second. And growing up and seeing that, I used to get so upset that my brothers could go do things and I couldn't, right? As I got older, because I can get pregnant because of this and that. And then I would see the way my mother would always um, treat them, right, and treat them versus my me and my sister, right. So I say this because I grew up with a thing of like a grudge towards men already. Like I had this skew view of them. Like I was bitter, and I would tell myself, I'm not tending to no man. He's gonna tend to me. And I pretty much led my younger years that way because I was very bitter with the treatment of the way I got treated in my family, right? Versus me, us females versus the males. Number one, number two, my father left, right? Number three, I saw my mom go through a lot of not a lot, but with two abusive relationships, right? So I had this thing towards men. I loved them. I was always
Hmm.
thought they were just the most gorgeous creatures, but I also had a grudge against them. If I'm looking back and while you were speaking, I realized that I had bitterness towards them.
Yeah, and that is a hard place to be because, and I'm sorry, I flipped my camera, so I hope that I think that completely distorted things. I wanted to be able to look directly into it, so I'm going to turn it back.
Girl, talk to me if you can.
Oh my
Talk to
God.
me.
So, yes, so that it, and I get that. I get the dynamic of our families and feeling like the unfair treatment because I think in a lot of cultures the men were given passes, and the women were considered like second class. They weren't valued as highly as the men, and the men got away with all kinds of stuff that
Right.
we could not do, and the animosity towards them I could definitely see. I could definitely see. I'm trying to think of my experience. So mine was a little bit different. I think I had a false sense of trust in men, and I trusted them too much because of the men that I had in my life. Because I trusted them. And so as a result, I didn't want to see, and nobody hold this against me, but at this point in my life, one of the things that I think about regularly, and I hate to say this, is I feel like men can be dangerous to women if we don't vet or get with the right man. And I never felt that before in my life because of
Mm,
the men that I had in my immediate family.
yeah.
But now that I am older and I feel like I am less protected, I hate to say that. I'm protected because I'm armed and I'm dangerous, but I just feel like men are not safe if they are not healed men, if they are not healthy men, if they are not men that have a community that have has required them to be safe and loving and kind to women. And that I think is another fear that I deal with.
Hmm. That's very interesting how you said that you put a little bit too much trust. We both did the opposite.
Mhm. I did, yeah. Yeah, and that's why when you said that, I thought some of it I got. So I get the double standards. That always killed me. That, the men were allowed, but in what I found in the black community was the women were required to show up. The men were always given a pass.
Yep.
So my mother and my aunt worked really hard. My uncles, it was kind of like, oh, they'll figure out what they're going to do someday. And if they don't, fine. They were allowed to just be. They did not have, there was not a lot, there was not high expectations set on them.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It's
And
just,
I also saw, as I got older, I also looked at men not intentionally, just because subconsciously, again, things that are already embedded, you behaviors you get, as objects. They were just objects to me. I didn't see a man like in it's hard to explain. There was like, it was just, I objectified men the way men objectify women. I objectified men.
okay, Vivica Fox.
Oh, is that what she said?
No, but do you remember the movie Two Can Play That Game?
Oh, that's one of my favorite
Mine's
movies.
too. And that was her objectifying a man.
Really? I see. I
I
didn't even
think
look at it it that way.
I thought so. I thought
I
that
guess,
was
yeah, that can be true because two can
yes.
play that game, right? That's what she
Yes.
was pretty much saying.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So
That's
yeah,
so
so
funny
she
that.
she objectified him, and it was so funny to watch. It was great to watch. It was like, okay,
Mhm.
so
That was a good. That's a
so
good movie right there.
it was really a good movie. So yeah, so and I did have some of the animosity, but I still trusted men. I took them at their word because the men that were closest to me, I could take them at their word, right? But then as
Mhm.
they started to, move away, get married, do things differently, um, then I started to see other men, and I would say, oh, okay, I'm going to trust that they're going to do. And it was like, no, I can't trust that they're going to do what they say. Hey, Travis. Hey, Renee. Yeah. So just a different perspective, but that is something that I've recognized recently that that the safety thing is really big for me.
Mhm.
It is really
Safety is a
big.
very big thing for me too.
Hmm.
I
It
think women, we need to feel safe. We need to feel secured. And we need to be able to trust and be provide and not that we need, but you know, provided for, and that can mean a lot of things, right?
right.
But yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have any comments in the audience, put them in the chat. What do you feel like at 50 years old? What are the key things that we need in relationships? If you're over 40, what are the key things that we need in relationships to be happy or content? What is needed? Um, I know I shared earlier that one of my big things was I always thought that I wanted to be financially cared for. So, like, completely, I make the joke TV eating bonbons with rollers in my hair, the Bundys, what was it? Married with Children style. I don't have to work, none of that.
Right.
But I know now that I like having my own. I don't want to have anybody to take care of me. So thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses.
That's cool how that little hand went up there. Lady Love, I always wanted to be like, I don't know if y'all remember the show The Beavers.
I do.
And Ward went to work, and I just wanted to be her. I just wanted to be home. I just I wanted to like
What's her name? Ward. Ward
not
Cleaver. Was her name Ward?
yeah, what yeah. And but that didn't come about until I had kids, right? I just wanted to just I since started at this early age at 9 years old being a home taker, right? Taking care of my brothers in the house, I it just became something that I just naturally, right? It's in me, right? And I loved that. I always wanted to just be home, be that housewife, make cookies for the kids and take them to their classrooms, that kind of little scene, right? I wanted that picture. That's what I had always wanted. But did it happen like that? No. But I always wanted that.
And I think that is and I'm not saying that it can't happen like that, but what I found in attempting to live that life, it is a place of judgment, and nothing you do is ever good enough.
Mhm.
And so I think that is what created my ambition to work and want to take care of myself, was because I had the illusion of being a stay-at-home mom. Now, I was helping doing everything. I was taking my kids to school. I worked part-time at night, but because I was not working full-time, it was um, you're not helping to provide for your family. And I'm saying this, it came from my mother-in-law, sister-in-laws at the time. It was always
Mm.
something that I
Mhm.
was putting too much pressure on my husband, and just, yeah, it was not a pleasant experience. Now, I know some people may have had that opportunity and they're like, oh my gosh, it was wonderful. That was not my experience at all. It actually
Yeah.
pushed me to make sure that I could take care of myself.
I think for me, one time, the person that I did, when I was with my ex, this is years ago, um, said, "This is my house, and we're gonna do,
I say,
we're gonna do." When I heard him say that, that did something to me because
mm,
I was like, "Oh crap!" Reality hit in. Oh crap! This is his place. Like he's paying everything. Like what am I doing? And that's when I never did that. We broke up eventually, whatever, when my kids were little, but um I never put myself in that situation again.
yeah, yeah. And that's a hard one. That really is a hard one, because you feel like that person has power to just change
Yeah.
your life like this. And when somebody has that much power over you, if their intentions are not right, they could destroy you. I mean, they could literally put you in a position that's not good. And that is, yeah, that is something that happens. It happens to people. You'd be surprised. And it's just
Mhm.
not, yes, not something that, yeah, it's just, and it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling when somebody else makes you feel
No.
like, this is what they're supposed to be doing out of love and care, but they make you feel like you owe them for what's supposed to be done out of love and care. Yeah.
I'll tell you this, my stepfather, right? He's an example of like he's like a great man, and I'll tell you why. One time he and my mother got in a disagreement. My mom can really blow things up when she wants to. He's more cool, calm, collective, right? She's very outspoken, blah blah blah, right?
Hmm.
Um, well, it got so bad that he just, I never seen him do this, right? Now, mind you, me growing up in a home of domestic violence, I'm always expecting him to get out of character. That's one thing about what trauma does, especially when you grew up in domestic violence. You're always expecting the worst to happen, right?
You're always
But
looking
he
for the shoe
proved,
to drop. Yes.
yeah, but he proved over and over. So this one time, it's not that I knew he was going to do something, because by this time I already knew his character, but he got in the car, got some of his stuff, got in the car, and I was crying. I was like, "Where are you going? Don't leave," because I felt like a little girl all over again, right? I'm all, "Don't leave." And he goes, "No, no, this is your mom's house. This is her house. This is your guys' house." Now, my mom didn't work. She didn't pay but he was like, "This is your mom's house. This is your guys' house. I'm gonna be okay." Now that
That's a
right
man.
there, that's what I'm talking
That's a
about.
man. Yeah. Yes. That is a man. And some men would say, you know what? That's a sucker, and he shouldn't have done that. And if I pay, and no, that is men are protectors and providers, and they should.
Mm-hmm.
They should. I
Mm-hmm.
remember as a young woman, and I told you I write, and this is something that I wrote for
Mm-hmm.
my kids. I remember thinking, and I'm trying to think of how to phrase this, but I remember seeing women and their husbands would have like new Lexuses, and they'd be like driving a beater car, and I'm like, what are you doing? That's not, when a man is taking care of a woman, he should always make sure that she has the best, not the other way around.
I'm sorry.
Why'd you laugh?
You said she's driving a beater. What'd you say? I'm sorry. It took me, because it's late for me. Am I winding down? So
Hey
it took me a
Z,
while to
thank
kind
you
of
for
put
joining.
that in
Hey
my
Z, hey
head. Hey,
Stacy.
Z, why don't you come on down? The price is right,
Yes.
Z.
Join us on The Price is Right, Z. Hey Trick.
Come
Hey
on,
Trick
Z.
Daddy. We were just talking about you today. Hey Z. Hey Trick Daddy. I see you jumped in and jumped out. Hey. But yeah, so you said the beater car, it took you a minute to register the beater car.
Yeah, because I was picturing that whole scene of this dude getting into this nice ride and just leaving this chick with some beater car.
And it happens. It does happen. And I'm just like, and I always thought something's wrong with that picture. Something's wrong with that picture. And I just always
Yep.
said, I that is not where I want to be. I want to make sure that whoever I decide that I am going to be with, or that shows up, that they show me that they love me, not just in words, but with their actions. And they put my needs, because the Bible says, men, love your wife like Christ loved the church. And that is what I want. I want the love like Christ loved the church. Don't give me,
And well, now don't leave out what women should do, and then women submit to that.
yes, absolutely. Well, it's easy to submit if a man is showing up that way. If he is showing up and he is doing his very best to take care of you. I'm not saying that he's perfect again, but he is doing everything in his power to make sure that you are okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
It's that
I
giver.
have
It's
to
that
go.
giver. It's having a giver, being a giver and having a giver.
How dare you tell me I can't bake a cake?
Well,
I'm
I had
still.
one tell me I couldn't move any of my stuff into the house.
Oh,
So, I mean, I don't know which one is worse. I don't know.
well, they sound about the same.
They
It's the
are.
same.
It is.
It's
And
the
it's a
principle.
it's the principal, Smokey. You got me running
It's the
around town saying
principle
it's
of
the
things,
principal,
Smokey.
Smokey.
It's the principle of things, Smokey.
It's the principle of things, Smokey, and it really is the principle of things. because yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. No. See, I don't want that. So if I have a choice, right? And let's just say maybe this guy, right? He doesn't have everything, but he's like a hard worker. He has, he's making it. And let's just say there's this other guy that has this other man that has he has money, he has everything, he has a good car. But when I go to his house, there's all these there's all this micromanagement going on versus when I go to the other guy's house, I'm free. And yeah, baby, you want to do this, do that. Well, I'm going to go where I have
Choose
freedom. I'm not
freedom.
going to go where, yes, I'm not going to go. I don't care how much money you have. I'm not going to be micromanaged all goddamn day, or god darn day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not that kind of party.
I agree, and that's how I feel too. That's how I feel too, and that I don't understand why some men feel like they need to control women, and what it is that they are missing, that is their what they consider love. And I'm going to take it a step further because I've had some interesting characters in my family, that could get women to do anything that they wanted to do. It was never done, at least I did not see it being done through control. So I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It baffles me. It really does. Hey Z.
Well, well, you know how I said that I would objectify men. So I used to be very controlling because I'm objectifying you, right? You're an object to me, and I would be very controlling.
So what does that look like? Or what did that look like? Hey Z, thank you for jumping on and joining us on the panel.
My pleasure. What
So
did I miss?
Miss Exterminator is telling us what it looks like for a woman to objectify a man.
Well,
Oh,
because I was explaining to her because of my childhood and stuff and things that I saw, I I I always objected. I used to always certain thing, and if I couldn't utilize them for that, then I would throw them away. Right? They weren't something good. And then if I did have it, my insecurities would play in because a lot of control comes from insecurities, right, and trust issues. Well, I would control, and what would that look like? That'll be like, oh, me and the guys were gonna go hang out, and oh, so you guys gonna go pick up on females? Oh, so it would look like that. You see what I'm saying? My way of controlling because of my insecurities, and I wanted the selfishness of me, the objectification, the me objectifying them as an object is you operate the way I want you to.
that's interesting.
Yeah, I
And
did that for years.
are you still doing the same?
Is it something that still happens?
Yes, that's what I wanna know.
Z, you know darn well you're still doing that. You just told
And this is different. It's a different scenario. So it seems to me as if you like to run the show, and
me? Oh,
as you said, if a man you didn't gain anything from a man, then the man was useless to you. Correct?
yes.
Oh boy. Ima- Imagine a man doing that.
Men do
Oh,
it
I've
though.
had
Men
men.
do it all the
I've had
time.
men.
Men do it all the time. I don't think so.
No?
Mm-mm.
Child, I had this one person. I was just looking around. We are at a stoplight, and he told me all of a sudden he was like, "Where are you looking over there? Oh, you checking them out? Oh, you this and that. And I was like, what do you want me to do? Just look straight? And he said, yeah. I was like, oh, heck
Oh
no.
no, that's different. Maybe he was just jealous. That can happen.
So, so
That's
is
controlling.
objectification also a form of jealousy?
No, it's a form of control.
Mm-hmm.
It's a form of control, and not in a good way at all. It's a
No.
control. It's more than a control, to be honest. Because if you don't gain anything out of it, then you're like, I'm out. You're useless to me. Control
Yep.
is okay. Someone trying to run your life, but we still keep you around as long as that's okay with them. But your case is different. Your case is different. I think it seems to me as if
Hey, Reese.
you didn't like the person at all, or you didn't love them.
Well, no, I was telling her because of my upbringing, because I always saw like the boys, they got different treatment, right? That's number one. Number two, I always the relationships that my mother had, the two strong relationships she had, they were abusers and they were cheaters. So when I was letting Lady Love know that your first 5 years of your life is crucial growing up, right? And then on top of that, you see love through it and through the lens of what through other people when you're growing up, right? So then relationships, I saw love differently. And then I had bitterness towards men. I loved them. I thought they were beautiful and gorgeous creatures, but I also saw them as objects. Like, I'm not going to let you're never going to talk to me like that. You're never going to da 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 da. That's what I put in my head towards men, period.
Oh man, wow! This is the first
For
time I hear this. So
Yeah, until I got help. I got help. I started going to counseling when I lost my brother and stuff like that. I started getting counseling, going to therapy, and stuff like that. And it took years for me to really, for my eyes to, and a lot of prayer and stuff, but for my eyes, God opened my eyes. And then my heart started softening and things started changing. So it was a transformation that took place over the years. But yeah, my heart was hard. Like, you couldn't, like, if you I didn't care, you know and it was my childhood and the way I grew up, right? And the way that's the way I saw things and told myself, I'm never going to let this man, I'm never going to do this and that, and I'm not going to be like this person in the family, right? Some of the women, I saw a lot of women get mistreated by men because in our Mexican culture, they're put on pedestals, and I saw
mm,
them as jerks. So yeah,
okay,
I objectify them. I'm like, if you can't give me this or that, or you're not gonna do it, I don't care. I'm done with you.
wow. But that was then, right?
Wasn't that
So
setting
thank God.
boundaries?
Hey,
Wasn't that
I
setting
get.
boundaries? Weren't you setting
Hey,
some
I
very
guess
clear,
so. I
concise
guess so.
boundaries and letting them know if they didn't show up the way that you needed them to, you were going to tell them goodbye?
No, she didn't tell them.
She just
No.
exited the situation. She just
Yes.
ghosted
She's
them.
like, okay, you know what? I no longer need you. You're out. So this is
Hey,
different. This is different. But I'm glad you changed. I'm glad. I'm glad you changed.
Z,
And
Z, I've
it's
come a
like,
long way. I've
yeah.
done change, Z. I'm a
Yeah.
better person.
Oh man, I'm so happy for you. Good job. You did a great work. So
you
you
did a
did a
great
relationship.
work.
So are you currently in a relationship? I know last time you
Um,
said you were not married, but are you in a relationship?
no, I'm not in a commitment. No.
Hmm.
Z, what's that?
Are you sure that therapy was useful? Are you sure? I don't know.
Well, I'm not. I answered your question. I'm not in a commitment, right? I'm not in agreement with someone that we are together exclusively dating.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I have to break it down these days. That's sad, but yeah, I'm having come into an agreement with someone that we're exclusively
Right.
dating. So
I see.
no, not right now.
Mm. But you
Sometimes I
date,
can't
you
make up my
dating someone.
mind. Go ahead.
But you dating, correct?
But yeah, yeah, yeah.
You dating someone. Okay. All right.
Lady Love, you're cracking, you're killing me tonight. You're
I
killing
really
me,
don't know what to
Smokey.
say.
Hey.
Back
This
to Lady Love. Get back on her.
No,
She
hey,
oh,
I'm here. I'm here.
are you doing the same thing too?
So, my situation is a little bit different.
Oh
Um,
boy, another one. Okay.
did
I
you
gotta
just say another
I gotta hear
one?
this. I gotta hear this.
Another
I
one.
can't wait. All right.
Another one.
Let us in on it.
DJ
All right.
Khaled. Another one. Uh, so, I am dating. I am not at this moment exclusive. I was, but I am no longer. Um, and that happens about every 3 months, and it's off for three.
Wait. Every 3 months, are you dating a new person every 3 months?
No, it's the same
Ooh.
person.
Okay.
It's the
Ooh.
same person, but
The
it's
same
it's a
person.
done deal. It's a done
Okay,
deal.
I'm confused.
It's
I'm
it's
confused.
been a it's been a up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and so yeah,
So you are in a on and off relationship, correct?
I have been. Yes,
Or you have been. So you're no longer into that.
I'm no longer. No,
Okay.
no,
Right.
yeah. So yeah. So
And why was it on and off? What caused that?
well, initially, I when I met the person, I had just gotten divorced, and they weren't ready to settle down. And I don't believe in, I believe you're single until you're married. And so I don't believe in sticking around if you don't know what you want to do. And so that was the first half of the relationship. I went on to marry somebody else, had children or had a child. We divorced. And then after we divorced, we tried it again. And, um, and then that was,
Did you divorce the person and try it again with the same person? Or this is another person we're talking about?
no, this is, so this person that I'm talking about, I have been off and on with them for 20 years.
Oh, but wow. Okay.
20 years. Off and on for 20 years. So I married someone else because they were not ready to get married. They didn't want to do that. They had other stuff that they were trying to do. And I was respectful of that. And so I went on with my life and they went on with their life. And then when I got divorced, we tried to rekindle and we did, but it was short lived. And then we tried to rekindle again. I was telling Miss Exterminator 6 years ago, like 2 days ago, he asked me to marry him, and there still has not been a wedding to this day. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay, let me see. Let me summarize it just to make sure I understand it. This is someone you've been in an on and off relationship with for 20 years, and you cut off the relationship at some point and got married, divorced, reconnect with that same person, and then got married again with
No,
another
didn't
person.
no, didn't get married again. Just got
Okay,
married one time.
just one time. Okay, okay.
And then we after my divorce, we said we were gonna make it work or whatever. He asked me to marry him. Did a whole bunch of other little stuff, but we are still not married to this day. So,
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah. And a lot of it is because he wants to control me. Our last conversation was, why don't you just do what I say and let me take care of
Hmm. I have some thought, but I don't think you'd be right to share it.
you? Hmm?
Please say it.
I don't want to say
Yes,
it.
please say it, Z. Share.
So it seems like did that person got married or no?
No,
He never did.
they
So you the
did
one.
once. And according to them, that marriage was so horrible
All
that
right.
they never, that's been part of their hang up. I really think it is part of their hang up, but I just think that they just got a hang up and there's nothing nobody can do for them.
Wow.
So that's all. Well, thank you, Julian. Julian said, we're somebody's blessing. Thank you, Julian. Okay, so
Wow.
Z,
Wow.
I would like your feedback because we're talking about some of the things that are my fears and what is keeping me from dating and keeping me from finding love.
Hmm. I need to think a little about that. So in your situation, I feel like are you okay? The fact that you went on and off with the same person and it never worked out, and you're still trying again, I think that there might be some issue. Maybe you're scared to move on from that person, or you really, really like that person. I don't know. But
Um, I can tell you a lot of it for me was
mhm,
a sense of security, a sense of familiarity,
mhm,
um, and consistency because he's always been there, right? But in that, there is a lot of other things that the wanting to control, the um, just there's just a lot of other things that go into it, and so um, yeah, just there has been a lot, and so no, I'm done now. I'm done. It's not a going back. It's done. It's a done deal. It's done.
you sealed it. That's it. You're no longer gonna see that person.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
I would
I'm
like
done.
to believe that, but from your story, it's kind of hard to.
Well, it's been a lot of on and off, and never it's been me saying I can't do this, I'm backing off, and then he'll do something grand.
Mhm.
Hello, he'll do something grand to draw me back in, and then I'm like, okay, okay, I'll give it another try, and then something else will happen and I'm like, I can't do this. So I am past the grand gestures. I am no longer following the Wizard of Oz and the Puppet Master. Um, and I'm done. And yeah, I'm done.
All right. So I think you just have to give it another shot. You know, find someone and then give it a try.
Hey
Find
Z,
someone.
do you know anyone that just wants to have a good time?
Oh boy,
I yeah.
she went
So
straight to the point.
I just want some.
Like
I just want to have a good
when
time in life. I don't. That's. I just want to enjoy my life. I just want to have a good time.
you just want to have a good time and not commit.
No, no,
She'll
I
take a
mean, because
commitment if it comes along, but she wants
yeah,
to have fun first and then see if it comes along.
like just more like, hey, let's go do this, let's go travel, let's go do that. You know, kids out of the house, you're ready. Once you're ready in our age, it's like you just want to keep life simple, right? You just keep things simple. What do you do? Oh, nothing. You want to go this and that. Yeah, let's go. You want to go do? Yeah, let's go. I don't want to hear no BS about anything. Don't tell me I can't bake a cake in your house. Like I just want to keep things simple.
I see.
Okay. You know how people are, because I was telling her, because I have a similar story. Been back and forth with somebody for 20 years.
Hmm.
And in those 20 years, I've had my own side relationship. So had he, but he's controlling. And what I mean by that, I don't mind a man, being in control. I want you to be the head and not the tail. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem if you, out of your own rigidness, right? Somebody rigid. I'll give you an example.
Rigid
So
is the word. That was my guy. Rigid.
yeah,
That's the word.
yeah,
Okay.
Rigid.
rigid.
Okay.
Like, just because you're on a diet, I can't bake cake in the house, and I love to cook and I love to bake.
Mhm.
I couldn't bake a cake, and that's when I was done. I was like, okay, if I can't bake a cake, we're done.
Wow.
Too rigid for me.
Okay. Uh, I don't know, but I feel like for any relationship to work, one has to compromise. If you cannot compromise, it's not gonna work. Everything that will happen will not always be something you like.
I agree. I agree 100%.
So,
But it goes both ways, and
mhm,
both people have to have that mindset and that mentality, and both people have to be willing to be flexible. It needs
right.
to be like this. It needs to be
So,
just
what?
like this constantly, where both people are willing to make whatever
Hmm.
sacrifices, accommodations to make things happen. Part of it, so I'll share a little bit. Z, I'm sorry, go ahead. I know you were still talking.
Oh no, no, no. That's fine. That's fine.
No.
Giving ideas. No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, part of it that and I hadn't said this, but I recently mentioned it. We've always lived like an hour away. Last year, he moved 9 minutes away from me, and you know, I want to get married, and I built this house for us, and all of this stuff, right?
Hmm.
But we've always lived like an hour away, and I had kids. So I had my older kids were small at the time. So I worked full time. I was going to school. I was a single mom, and I had my kids, and they were in extracurricular activity, high school, junior high school, all of that.
Hmm.
I couldn't get him to, like, on a Saturday, come over while I'm doing laundry, cooking that. He would take me to dinner. He would
Right.
want me to come hang out with him, but he would not just come and be, right? And that went on for years. And so my time, I was like, my free time is for me and for me to take care of my family. I can't make myself available if you're not willing to, because this is a package deal, right?
Hmm.
And so we recently had that conversation, and he was like, I never thought about it that way. But I'm over here now. I'm like, okay, but that does not make up for the time when you weren't.
Hmm. I
So
see. I mean, if you really want,
I don't. I'm done. I'm just giving you some examples because you were analyzing.
hmm, hmm. Oh boy, those are interesting stories. I
Huh?
don't even know. I mean, they're very interesting life stories.
You're like, I wasn't ready for this. Look, he wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, I wasn't. To
No.
be honest, I wasn't. I wasn't ready for
See,
this.
it's like, I don't have on my analytical cap. I don't want to think about it. I was coming on so we could have a light conversation and move
No,
on.
it's really deep. It's good. I like it.
Tap the screen, send
It's
us some
good.
hearts. We need all the love on this live while we're here.
It's good. Let me tap the screen. Give me a second.
So Z, you're married though, right?
I am.
Okay. So what's going on with that? Did you guys come to an agreement about the trip and stuff?
No, the trip actually was something that she wanted to do at some point. I'm like, okay, let's give it some time. We will at some point.
Okay.
And she's okay with it. That's fine.
Okay,
Just
good.
the one
Good.
discussion, and, moved on. We do travel. We do travel, but not outside of the U.S. Just the
Yeah,
different.
you said in the States now until she's done with school and everything is taken care of. Yeah.
Things and,
Which I mean, that is the kind of compromise and sacrifice that you make, right?
mhm,
When you love someone, those are the kind of sacrifices that you make.
correct.
That's not something that's like, oh my gosh, you're just trying to smother me. No, this is for the betterment of our family. We will all get to enjoy,
Correct.
once you're done, we'll have more than enough. I get that.
Yeah. You also have a purpose. So,
Oh, yeah, that's doable.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you should give it a try again. Date someone new and then see how it goes.
Oh, I was like, give what a try again.
Dating, not the same person.
Oh, okay. That's
No,
look. You see the
dating,
eye?
dating.
You see the eye?
I know I can see. No, try. Yeah, no, try dating again.
Oh, I am. And so that is what this podcast is about.
Yeah,
Tonight
really.
is some of
Mhm.
the fears and the things that I have seen or experienced, and what I can do differently to find love.
It's always possible. Trust me,
I
it's
believe
possible.
it.
It's possible. You
I
can still
believe
find someone out there. There's someone for everyone.
Yep, there's over 4 billion people on this planet. I just say it's just a matter of going out there and you know what you want, you know what
Mhm.
your requirements are or
Right.
what your standards are. Open yourself up and just smile and keep things simple. I was telling you that men are very simple. I most men and then us women,
Mhm.
right? Very simple, right? Just
Yeah.
security, right? Well,
Mhm.
I'm talking about I'm sorry, for men, it's just, you know, for most men it's good cooking, support, and loving. Men are very simple creatures for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You
Julian will
made me
tell you.
think about a story.
Go ahead.
Really. I like to. I like to listen. I
Uh,
love.
oh gosh, I can't remember it verbatim, so I'll have to share. You'll have to remind me. It was about the acronyms. There was a guy that I met online, and he called, and we were talking. And he was like, "I want the four, but it wasn't C's. It was something else. Oh, it was the S." And I responded to him, and I was like, "So I want something else." I said finance, food, something else. And I was like, then I blocked him when I was done because he immediately started talking inappropriate, saying stuff that was inappropriate. So
Like what?
he was like, so I like food. It was S. I think it was the S. He was like food, the F word, and
Okay.
something else. And I was
Uh-huh.
like, excuse me.
That's interesting.
And I said,
Dirty
well,
dog.
I like finances, fancy things, and something else. Like, don't. So yeah. Hey Meekda under construction. Thanks for joining. Hey Binder. Hey Julian.
Good evening, ladies and gents.
Good evening.
Hello, sir.
Everybody's doing well. Good to hear from you guys.
We
Yes.
are.
Quick question, ladies. Give me one scenario that is your biggest fear of recreating moving forward in dating.
Well, I gave one earlier. Julian, I was telling Miss Exterminator that I never feared men. Like I was never in fear of men. Because the men that I grew up with or that I grew up around, they were safe. But now I really find myself not trusting and not wanting to step out because people will show you their representative and be somebody completely different.
Hmm.
So that's one of mine.
Okay. And what
What was
about
the
you, Mrs.
question?
Terminator?
What was the question?
What is your biggest fear of what particular scenario that you've had in the past that you fear getting back into when it comes to dating?
Oh,
Sorry, that's a very
oof.
great question.
That's a heavy laden one. Gosh.
Well, did I
I think
answer
getting in my
properly?
own
Sorry.
get sorry. I think getting in my own way, right? Sometimes I get in my own way a lot when it comes to um yeah, getting in my own way.
Okay.
So fear getting on your own way.
Just yeah, is it me or am I echoing?
You're echoing a little bit.
Okay. I think it's because
There you go.
okay,
It's not
so
echoing anymore.
okay, good. Okay, so first let me say this. Because of my experience and stuff in life, I'm in a good place where I have no fear to go out there and date because I know my requirements. I've always had standards, as y'all know, and stuff like that. Do I objectify men anymore? No. Can I still if I don't have self-awareness? Yes. So when I say to get in my own way would be allowing my past insecurities, past um trauma from other relationships like being cheated on and just having a lot of trust issues. If I don't self-regulate, if I don't practice self-awareness every day, then my insecurities can get in my way, right? My going back to the old way of thinking can get in the way of my relationships if I don't do the work every day. So that's what I mean by getting in my own way. I feel like a lot of times when you've been through a lot of stuff, you, if you don't practice the daily self-awareness, right? Reflecting, doing what you have to do each day, they can come back because you can be easily something can just come up where those wounds, those emotions can stir up again. People call them triggers, if you will. But yeah, so if I don't practice self-awareness and looking at myself, doing my daily prayers, doing what I need to do each day and remembering who I am and whose I am, then yeah, I can get in my own way again and therefore cause some toxic in the relationship, contaminate it.
That's some great self reflection and
Very good.
very,
Very good.
yes, great self reflection.
So I don't want to. Yeah, what you said is pretty good. But I have a question for you though. Why did you choose the name Miss Exterminator?
Very good
Okay.
question. That came from coming out from, so I was coming back from, um, okay, I left California for a while because there was just so much going on. I feel like I was being not, and it's not nothing bad, but I'm a very family person, so everywhere I turned, somebody needed me, and that's okay because I love serving, but I was also depleted. So an opportunity came that I couldn't do it before because I was taking care of family. And finally it came again. So I left to Atlanta to kind of get away. When I went to Atlanta, I stayed there for almost about 2 weeks and 2 weeks and a half maybe, and it completely changed me. I came back and just with this mindset of just clearing toxics. That's it came from that. Just having a mindset of clearing all the toxics and mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and I do a lot of gardening and I do a lot of stuff. So just toxic, so Mixed Exterminator came from that mindset. I started blogging, but I don't like to put myself out there. I'm very private, so I use that,
That's
right?
it.
But then
So
I
Z
started
is
one
saying you
thing.
picked a name that says you're not a hater, you just crush a lot. That's all. That's what he.
That's, that's what I
And
was
then I
thinking, but I
started
didn't
my
want to
own
say it.
business. Then I started my own business. I came back different. I started a business, and then it's eco-friendly products, right? That's what I'm on, and I just been building since. So one thing led for another, but where that name came from, it's just really what it means, getting rid of toxic and pest and all that stuff from your life and your environment. It's
Right.
a movement for me, if you will.
I see. So you left uh, California. I live in California too.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
I
I
live
live
in
in
California.
California.
Yeah,
So did you catch the little joke about Z saying you're not a hater, you just crush a lot. You just,
yeah,
you
that's what
big
I'm
pun
thinking.
him. He's like, and so you're Miss Exterminator, so you're still big punning, man. Um,
That's what I was thinking. Is she
that's
still
why he asked that. I knew
objectifying men?
exactly where he was going, but
I like that he has that can we say that word? Okay. So that means that tells me, Z, you're a little Mr. If a man's talking too much, it's because they're covering something. See, Z used to contaminate the dating pool. And I
Oh
know that
boy. Oh no. Oh.
just by you saying that, the crushing, look where you took crushing. Ah, Z,
No,
you
not
little
at all.
dirty,
Not
dirty dog.
at all. Not at
Hmm.
all. No, I knew like there was a meaning to it. I just couldn't place my finger on it. So that's why I wanted you to clarify it.
Yeah, I'll crush the noise. I'll
and
crush you. Yes, I will with my heel.
and
So
that's the thing too, I think with women, and I don't know about men, but with women, we will give and do and give and do and give and do until we're depleted. And the only way we feel like we can escape is to run away, right? Because we've given so much of ourselves. And that's one thing I think men could help us with, because you guys are very, you're like, nope, 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 nope. You honor your nose. Where we have been taught in culture, environment, a lot of us, and I'm not saying everybody, but we've been taught to just give and give and give and give and give until there's nothing left for us. And so that's another thing in a partner that I want. I don't want them to, be my micromanager to tell me how to live my life and what to do. But I need for them to protect me in a way that, babe, you okay? Check in with me, because I am. We will give from a place of emptiness and we'll still be giving. And again, I'm not saying all women, but it is a thing with women that we feel like we need to take care of everybody when nobody's pouring into us.
Mm-hmm.
you're right. Saying no is sometimes really hard to, but life will teach you that sometimes saying no is necessary. You have to.
Yeah, that's what I do now. I'm very good. When I came back, nobody knew I was back. That was a beautiful thing. That I gracefully came back in the scene, but with different what I don't say yes to anything. I just tell everybody, hey, I'm moving out of California, so don't that's what I'm working towards. So in other words, don't, in other words, call on Jesus because I'm not
I'm
here.
out of the business.
Okay.
I'm out of the business. I'm retired.
Yes. Yes.
I'm out of the business. I am retired.
All right, ladies, next set of questions. Since this is for dating purposes, I need y'all to give me 3 attributes that gets a man access to the phone number.
That is a good question, Julian.
Actually, that is a great question. I can wait to hear you guys answer.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. 3 attributes. Um, attributes. I would say
My
their
God, you have to.
graciousness and how they approach me. Um, the ability to talk and laugh with them if they seem like we're gonna, there could be some kind of we could build a relationship. My big thing right now is relationships and being able to communicate with them and have a friendship. And when I say relationship, I mean a friendship. Um, and then where they are in life.
Very good answer. All right, Miss Exterminator, you're up next.
I don't know. I'm kind of hold on. I don't know why it's echoing. I'm kind of just like I'm like I don't know because I have an outgoing personality. If someone just seems cool, now if you're asking me like if we're in a romantic, like if I'm attracted to somebody, right? This is something about maybe are you speaking of like to date someone or just to be cool?
Action purposes.
Okay, so if I'm attracted to somebody, that's a different story. I would more likely ask them for their number.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
because
your
I want to
mama.
be I want to be the one that'll call you if I want to talk to you. I'll open it up.
Now we vary in that area. I
A
will
lot.
say that I have not asked for a number, but I tend to wait. And if they don't, I tend to move on.
And I have a question though. You did say that if the person shows some quality that you see, then you will give up your number. But if you don't give up your number, how would you know all of this? How would you know the person? Learn to know the person. You have to give it. I mean, you have to give out your number and at least try. If I understand the question is about giving out the number, right?
Is that for Miss Exterminator?
No, that's for you.
Oh, for me? Because if they don't, so my mindset for the most part, if a man is not clear that he's interested, we can talk and have a conversation. But if he's not like, hey, I enjoy hanging out with you, we should exchange numbers or something like that, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna engage because he's not that interested.
Please, you have to exchange the number to hang out with the person, correct? Or how do you hang out with the person?
Yeah, and I would give them my number, but we have to have, there has to be some kind of ask. It can be indirect, but there has to be some kind of ask. And I will give them my number.
Okay.
Now I'll block them if they don't. If they text too many times, I will block them. I'll be like, this is not the tech show.
If they text too many times, you will block them.
I will block them.
I think that shows interest.
Texting.
That's, I mean, calling once in a while and texting to check on you. Yeah, I don't think there's anything bad about that.
I think she's talking about like let's just say he reaches out to her and he's like, "Hey, you remember me? I'm so so blah blah blah." And she's like, "Oh yeah, okay." They have some conversation. Then the next day he's texting her, "Hey, what you doing?" She says, "I'm working." But then he texts again, "Hey, what are you doing? Are you still work?" That kind of thing where it's just a little bit too much.
Well, not even just the too much, where you are trying to build a relationship through text message. You can pick up the phone. Just as easy as it is to text, you can call, hey, just calling to say hello. And it doesn't have to be every day. What I'm saying is you cannot have a relationship via text message.
True. That's true.
So,
Yeah, I like
great
phone
questions,
calls too.
Julian.
Yeah, I like phone calls too. Like I don't want you. I know when we're at work or busy, yeah, some text here, but I want to hear your voice. I want to know your tone. I want to know, I want to hear your voice. And if you can't communicate with me that way, then, something's telling me you're doing something else.
Yeah. And the generic good morning text that you can do in a mask. I'm like, no, don't put me on that roster. I think I lost a friendship over that because I had a friend of mine who was really excited about this guy that was texting her every morning. And I was like, I think he sends that text to everybody. She stopped talking to
Dang.
me. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm really big on the text Z. I'm sorry. It's okay every now and then. It is okay. Um, I get it. We're all busy, but I cannot build a relationship via text. That does not work.
Yeah, same here. I can't. I went, and another thing I don't like, I will not continue to talk to you if you're inconsistent.
Yeah, those two things. Yeah.
Very inconsistent in doing what?
Consistent in the way we communicate. So I don't want, like, we're let's just say for certain reasons sometimes you have to text, like I said, there's certain reasons and I understand that type. But if you're gonna if I tell you that I require that there be phone conversations, and then so one day you do it but the next day you don't, and then you skip it, inconsistency. I require consistency. I don't like confusion. I don't like all that hot mess. It's like you should be checking in. We should be checking in, having conversation at least twice a day on the phone, when we can, right? When it's available. But I shouldn't even have to tell you that. If to me, if a man wants you, I know when a man's into you, right? He's gonna reach out to you. He's gonna call you. But when you're a rap monkey, you like to just text the W
No, you didn't.
WYD.
Uh-huh.
What you doing? The WYD, or hey, or just little lame stuff like that. I'm like, with your rap monkey self, no thank you.
This
No.
is the thing too. People are different. People communicate differently, and you cannot expect the same from everyone. Some people like to talk. Some people don't. That doesn't really mean they're not interested in you.
You
But
know,
that also means that they're not for me.
Oh, but okay, all right.
No, seriously, because
That's a
I
straight answer.
I I need that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you explain to someone why you need it, right? There's a reason why I require that, right? Didn't I just say, like, things that I've been through and stuff? So if I tell you, hey, the reason why I like to communicate is a by way, say, I'm telling you the reason why. But if you're not able to do that, then you're not the person for me.
I see.
so how do you feel about that, Z? So do you think people should just do you think we make it too complicated because we have these expectations?
Sometimes yes. Sometimes the expectation is too much. And it's true, based on your past experiences, you kind of set some boundaries, and for things not to repeat themselves. I understand that, everybody had different experiences and all, but still having a lot of expectation is sometimes not good. Sometimes you just have to give it a try. You know, it might turn out. the way you want to. I mean, we just never know. We just never know.
So how long should you allow a guy to text you before you block him?
Not, not about a matter of time. It's a matter
A
of
week,
content.
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
No, it's a matter of content. Is it
Okay.
moving forward? Is it um, if it's not moving forward, and you can tell early, if things are gonna work out or not. Sometimes you can tell early. Sometimes also you just have to give it time. So it will depend. It will depend. There's no time set. You cannot put a time on it. You cannot put a time on it. Or at some point you feel like, oh, you have different view of things, and then that will work for you. Then yeah, you don't have to block the person. You can tell them, you know what, I think it's working. And then if you insist, okay, you have the right to block them if you want to. But
Well,
sometimes
if they
if
won't
people
even pick up the phone, they don't deserve it. It's not working. They deserve a block.
if they don't pick up the
Yep.
phone,
Yes, they deserve a block. They don't know if they text coming through or not.
I'm going to tell something, women, men, all across the board. Please listen to me. Please. I've
oh
been on
Lord,
this earth long enough and been in this dating for a long time. If someone does not pick up the phone and call you, if someone you can't even visually see them, please let them go. They're hiding something. They're
okay,
not who
that's
they
true.
are.
That's true.
Please.
That's true. Uh,
Please.
yeah, I agree. But what would you date someone without seeing the person? I
What?
think the, when you say you're dating someone,
Mm-hmm.
you know the person, you've seen the person, you hang out with the person, then I would say you're dating the person.
Mm-hmm.
If that is not the case, then this is just someone you know. It's not. It shouldn't.
Just someone you
Shouldn't.
met. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if you have a chance to meet the person, to talk to the person, to hang out with the person, then then you can set your boundaries. Then, if that's not the case, then you're not dating.
So
You-
how long do you let the getting up to potentially meeting them to hang out with them? How long do you do that? Do you do it for a week? Do you do it for 2 weeks? Do you do it until they're ready? I mean, what do you do? How do you handle that?
Before I meet them to date them.
Before you meet them. So, okay, so I'll say I met somebody
Hmm.
online,
Okay.
gave them my number.
Okay.
They sent me a text message. How are you?
Okay. And then
Fine, I'm free to talk. I don't hear from them. Then the next morning they send me a text message. How are you?
yeah. I mean, if you reply, then you have a really low self-esteem. You shouldn't.
Block. You see what I'm saying?
Now, if we talk about those kind of situations, yeah, I get it. It's true. And dating online is not. Everybody dates online now, and people are scared to just go out there to events and meet people. People no longer do that, and that I think that's something that people are missing out on. Last time, I think I shared that with you guys last time. I was talking to some of my coworkers, some ladies. Like, if someone approaches you outside, let's say you getting some gas, you're pumping some gas, and then someone sees you, you beautiful, the person tries to approach you and say hi. How would you react? Did you know what they told me?
What?
They said if someone approached them like that, they will feel threatened. They'll be
What?
scared. They'll think like they might trying to do something to them. I'm like, how you gonna meet people then? I'm like, that's a proper way to meet with someone. Someone that
See,
approaches you, that take the courage to approach you. I mean, that's what we used to do back in the days. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that is exactly what they used to do. They need to
yeah, but
get back to
nowadays,
doing that.
you approach a woman, seems like they'll call the cops on you because they'll feel like something to them. And I'm like, so how you guys gonna meet people? They're like, well, online dating. I'm like, there you go. That is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Online is not real.
There are success stories for people. I know
Rare,
in my family,
rare.
but me personally, I can't do it. I have to be in person. I have to feel your vibe. I That's just me because I'm an empath. So if
Right.
it, it'll tell my spirit something's wrong with you.
Right. So it's yeah. Sometimes you just have to go out there and go to events, go to church, go to places. You can physically see people. If someone sees you, they like you, they approach you. But with the fact that people say they scare when a man approach them in public, they'll feel
Mm-hmm.
threatened. They feel like, there's a fear. And that really kind of really, it gets me. I don't know. I'm like, so I really don't see how you guys gonna. I met my wife at a restaurant, for
Yeah.
example.
You met her at a restaurant?
Yeah,
What?
a friend and I, we went for dinner, and she was there with her friend. I'm like, huh, look at this girl. She's pretty. So we're eating, and they were ready to go, and I stopped eating, and I walked out, and I say hi to them. She stopped and said hi. I'm like, you're pretty. Can I have your number? And he went from there. That's exactly how it happened.
You're pretty. Can I have your number? I remember those pickup lines,
I'm
man.
like, I would like to get to know you. She was
Isn't
kind of
that
like,
beautiful?
okay, you know. I don't remember the exact word, but it was a compliment I gave her, and then I asked her for a number, and then she was okay with it. And
But
then
you asked for her number. You see
I
that?
did,
You
I did,
asked for her number.
I did,
I
I
think
did.
that says a lot versus now men wanting women to ask for their number. You should send me a drink. It's nice
Oh,
if men receive drinks from women. Sometimes I'm like, okay, have fun with that. Not that I won't. I have bought a drink for a guy. I've bought drinks for guys before.
Wait, women buy drink for guys?
I do.
Oh my God, where I've been living. I'm,
I do. I've bought drinks for guys.
I remember men buying drinks for women. So I
Yeah.
haven't been that
Not but
far.
not in that way. Not that I'm like, ooh, here's a drink, let me take you home. No. It's more of a
Are you sure? No, I'm
why
kidding.
not?
hey, it could be, but it's not. It's not. Mine's when I do it, it is more of a kindness gesture.
Hmm.
Like I'm giving a kindness gesture. It's not I'm trying to pick you up. Yeah.
Exactly. Julian just said that we need to start socializing openly. Exactly. That's what's missing. Everything is online. I can go online and create a fake personality just to
Mm-hmm.
get into people's hands. And guess what? It is going to work.
Yep.
I
Zeke
promise you.
Zeke knows he was
Put some
he was
pictures there.
contaminating the pool. So
No,
he
I'm
knows
not
what he was
contaminating.
doing.
I have a
Uh-huh.
lot of friends. I know people.
Uh-huh.
It's the
Yeah,
friends. It's
right.
not
It's
Zeke.
not
It's the
my life.
friends.
It's just things I've noticed. People really,
It's the friends. It's not Zeke.
He said things he noticed. Okay, Z, who you think you're fooling? No, no,
no,
no.
no, no.
Oh,
But
you are a
seriously,
funny guy.
no, but seriously,
Mm-hmm.
people need to start doing that again. If you go out,
Socializing.
you see someone go to places, it can be outside out there, but not online. Online is risky. It's
It's a
very,
waste.
and trust me, 1 out of 100 times in my work, or maybe 1 out of 1,000 times. But because online, what here's the thing online, they have a lot of selections.
A lot, Hansi.
I mean, they get to text anybody they want. Yeah, I'm serious, to be honest, they do. So you don't really know what the people are up to. And online recently has been really bad.
Mm-hmm.
It
You hear
has
people
gotten bad
saying,
over the it. Yeah, I've had no success with online in the past
"No,
5 years. It's been
I
terrible.
don't advise people to go online. Just
Huh?
go out there, offline, and meet people. It will work out."
It's like fishing with rubber worms. It just don't work.
And when you go out there to, be kind of keep a personality that is approachable. Don't be looking like, huh? Someone would say,
Don't be looking like this.
yeah, there you go. This lady looks too scary. I don't see this one. No. Keep a smile. If you see someone, smile and greet them. Even hello. Just nod your head and keep going. You just never know. You just never know. I'm just saying. If you see someone, random people, let's say you're walking down the street, and then you greet people, you can see someone passing by. You guys greet each other just by nodding your head, and you smile and you keep going. If it's someone that really likes you, the person will come back and be like, "Hey, hello," because you saw that there's an opening. You kind of, you know, you look someone's social, and if
Julian, that doesn't happen anymore, Julian. The men, I've said, because in California, I think men are soft down here. They don't, when I went to Atlanta, they were more straight. They come up to you down here. And I smile. Not that I want most of them to, but it's just the fact that no, they just look at you. And it's like, well, dude, are you going to say something, do something, or then stop looking at me then?
no,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that will depend. Are you approachable? Like I said, are you approachable?
Got to
Of
take your
course I
hair and
am.
twirl it with your finger, Miss Exterminator. So when they start looking at you, take your hair and twirl it with your
You
finger.
know,
You know, that's the girl code. You just
and then
twirl it just a little and tilt your head to the side a little bit and just twirl and smile
yeah, no,
like a
that's
little
true.
girl.
No, listen, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. That is true. Back in the days, I remember exactly. I went to a club. I saw this girl. She was at the bar, bar stool. She was sitting there, and I was ordering my drink. I saw her when I was ordering. She turned around, and I looked at her. She just nodded her head, and then before I got my drink, she turned around again, and we locked eyes, and she smiled. I was like, "There you go, I'm going." And I started talking to her, and I got her number.
Mm.
So it's just those small things that we usually look for to make a move. And then ladies, sometimes you have to give us the hint because we kind of scared to. It take courage to really approach. I mean, back in the days, we used to do that for fun. But
Mm-hmm.
it would
For
take
sport. It was
courage to really
sport.
approach a woman in public because you can get rejected
You sure can. You
in front
sure
of people.
can.
In front of people, and then some people really see that as they really they're like, oh man, I need to get out of this place because
But if
people.
you shoot your shot, I mean,
No, before people will shoot the shot, many times here and there until they get a good yes, but nowadays people don't. It's like when you say no to someone, it's like if you broke their life, you broke their heart all of a
well,
sudden.
they need to go get a job in sales and learn to take no and be okay because
Yeah.
people say no.
Yeah, so because online really online, oh boy, online is risky. Just don't do it.
Well, I'm a well respected woman of my community. So I would think,
Okay, what you doing? Uh-huh.
I would think I'm approachable.
I mean, talking to you guys, you smile, you laugh. I think so too.
Oh,
I think so too because you two are very nice people. You're very, very easygoing, if I can just
mm-hmm.
say.
Hmm.
You share, you talk, you smile. You keep it very respectful.
Yes.
You guys should just go out there, go for a walk where there's a lot of men, maybe, something.
See, it's not like we hide in somewhere. We're out and about. It's just not as easy as you think because, um, like I said, they don't, because of what you said, fear. Some people don't want to get. I'm telling you, down here in California, they're soft. I see it. I am totally an outgoing person. I'm always talking to people and smiling. But for some people, that's intimidating too. So they won't come up. They're very soft down here. I'm telling you, Z.
In California, I don't think so.
In
What
California,
part of
yes, Z.
California are you in, Zeke?
I live in. I was in Santa Clarita. I just moved in recently to Victorville because of my wife.
Okay.
Oh, he's somewhere out in the boonies. I'm in San Diego County.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm in the nice part. Like he's out in the boonies. He's
He's
out.
out in
He's out in
Victorville.
like
He's almost to Las
yeah,
Vegas.
Yeah, I
in
was
Victor.
telling people that San
Yeah.
Diego is the best place on earth to live in. The weather is always just perfect.
Yes, it was
I have
75 today.
some coworker that retired there. Um, they bought one house over there. They were renting it for many years, and once they retired, they moved over there. And they by the beach, but they bought a house way back then when it was affordable. Right now,
Mm.
San Diego is just
Oh
like
Yeah,
yeah. No,
Victorville is expensive. I know it is
Victorville.
now. I had some clients who were going to sell and move to Texas.
So
mm.
when Victorville prices within the past 4 years doubled.
What?
Yeah, because I was looking at houses. The house that I bought like 5, 6 years ago, it was, I wouldn't say exactly half the price, but it was closer to that. So thing really jumped around the 2020, between 2020 and 2022. Home prices
Wow.
shot up, yeah, out of nowhere, and they keep building. I'm like, really? So people are moving out of LA area and coming towards the desert slowly.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it starts getting expensive and people just, they
Mhm.
have to.
Mhm.
They can't afford to live in the city anymore. It ends up moving, everybody ends up moving further out. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So definitely is yeah, the dating world is out there, but just be careful online. Trust me, be careful.
Be careful online.
I had some bad experiences dating online too, so that's why I'm saying.
You
Oh,
have?
you
Were you
had some bad.
catfished?
Oh man, worse than
Were you catfish like that one video where he was like, "You lied to me. You said you were a model. Who you modeling for? Wendy's?"
people will tell you things. Catfish is the least of your worry online. I'm telling you.
Okay, what other stuff?
Oh, people are crazy. People are crazy. People
Crazy how?
will tell you things that they are, and then you go and meet them, and Lord have mercy, you just want to get out. You just want to go. I went to dates way back in the days, and as soon as I walked in, I started talking to a person. I just wanted to leave, but as a man, you don't want to be rude.
Not in the words of my
Not
cousin.
me.
He said that he's gotten up and left women at the table, said he was going to the bathroom and left out.
No, I will pay. I'll wait. I'll wait for you to. I'll pay the bill, walk out with you, and then run. Pretty much, if I can put it that way.
So,
Ooh.
okay, so let's talk about that.
Yeah.
If someone has presented themselves to be one way and they are not who they presented themselves to be, and I know that you're saying no, I think that you have a right to be like, this is not what I want to do and move on.
No, exactly, but not right on the spot. If you're,
Why not?
I think you'll be very rude.
Why?
As a human being, I think you should just respect another human being. You shouldn't just.
Oh.
Um, I
Okay.
will just. I will. If I invited you, we went out. I'll keep to my word.
Okay.
We will eat. I'll pay the bill. As soon as we walk out the door, I'll thank you for the time and I'll just run. I'll go back.
You said I'll run. You didn't say I'll walk. You
No,
didn't
run.
say I will
Sometimes you have to run.
you didn't say, I'll be like, thank you, this is not what I want. You said I will run. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
just as bad as me blocking people.
Hey, check this
Watching
out. So
people.
Zeke, when he was doing his online datings, this is what he would do, okay, you guys? He had his alligator shoes on when he go into the restaurant. If the person, but he put his tennis shoes in the bushes. So
That's
when
right.
it was time to go,
I've
he
seen that.
puts the
I've seen
tennis
someone
shoes
walking.
on.
We went, and the funny thing is, I invited this lady, and then I asked her to pick the place, and she picked a nice place in LA, very upscale restaurant, and she was
Mm.
wearing sandals
Oh.
and like those kind of clothes, how they call it, the clothes that women wear to go exercise.
Workout.
Yeah, workout clothes. There you
Oh.
go. And I
Stretch
was
pants.
sitting,
She had on the stretch pants.
Yeah,
Do the
I was
stretch
just
yeah,
gonna
pants.
say
and I
that.
was
You
sitting
wear the
with a
stretch
person.
pants. You missed the conversation the other night, Z. We'll bring you up to speed. Okay. Finish. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so and I was sitting at the table that was like in the middle of the table, and when you look around, you feel like there's some people, businessmen, people are dressed, suits, and I was just there, I dressed properly, so it's a nice place, and I was really
Embarrassed.
embarrassed, but again, you don't want to be rude. You have to just let things flow the way it flows, and at the end you just go, but you already know the person. You exchange, even talking to the person, you're like, oh God. But again, that's what online dating gives you. You don't know what you're getting. You just try.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not even the worst. I got worse than that, but I just don't want to share it.
And that is where I get my stories from. So Z, please
Right.
share.
Oh, I cannot share it all.
That is where I get my dating stories from. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, it's good to go out there and meet people, but online you just have to be careful. Very careful, actually.
Yes, Julian, that's true. Online makes it easier to pretend. Yes, you can build a whole new person online.
Way, way easier to pretend. To
Mm-hmm.
it's going to the funny thing is it actually will work. It will work because people don't know. You,
Yep.
It's easy to be catfished.
oh yeah, very easy.
It's easy to be catfished. And it's easy to well, so I don't know. I shared my story about the guy who asked for the kidney.
So you're
Um
what?
for a kidney.
Oh boy. Okay. That's no, that's the top. That's
Yeah. He asked for a kidney. Yes, he posed.
Mhm.
Like he was dating, and then he was like, I'm sick, I have one kidney. And I was like, oh, poor thing. And I said, I don't do sick, but sounds like you need a friend, and I'll be a friend. And he's like, well, I have to go to New York and have surgery. And I said, okay. And he was like, well, can I come bring some stuff to your house? And I was like, no. And he just kept pressing, like trying to get close to me. And I was like, this is kind of weird.
Why is it pushing? Uh-huh.
So ultimately, the last thing he kept saying, I'm leaving to go to New York. I want to come take you to lunch. And I was like, no, that's okay. And next thing I knew, he sent me a message and said, hey, can you check your emails? I sent you something. Again, he sent a gift card. It's an application from the hospital for me to fill out to see if I would be a potential kidney donor for him.
Lord have mercy. That's the best.
Oh, okay. That's called black market.
That is above the black market. So yeah, yes, yes. I see you said, what the hell? Julian, I thought you knew that story. But yeah, no. It's
Oh boy.
yeah.
Oh
So
man.
that is where this came from, you guys.
What is that?
So this is a book that I wrote called The Book of Dating Fiascos. This is volume one. Volume two will be out by the end of
Oh,
September.
wow.
But
Congratulations.
they
That's good.
are,
That's good.
huh?
Wow.
Yeah, congratulations. That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They are true stories about dating. Um,
So we have a writer.
yes.
Hmm.
Right.
And Yeah, and there's stories like the one you told. So, see, here's the kidney donor story in a bookmark.
And she got a
Wow.
picture on it.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yep. So, um, yeah, dating online is
Yeah, you
interesting.
guys, you have to be careful, man. You have to be careful with dating online. Very,
Yeah.
very careful.
You got to be careful dating. Period. You
Mhm.
have to vet people. You
Mhm.
need to know somebody that knows them. There's so many things that we need to do now. Um,
And I do have friends also that used to use dating.
Judy,
Oh, hi.
go ahead, Z.
Yeah, to date different women every week. And it used to work for them. Every week they were dating a different woman.
What they say,
Mm.
I'm too busy. I'm too busy. I don't have time for you. I'm just too busy. But you know what? Work is tying me up, but I'll be free in a month.
Oh boy.
I'm
Is
just
that what they have to
yeah.
say, Z? Because you said they're dating every week, these dirty dogs. So is that what they
No,
would be saying?
no, they would date different women. They just date someone, have sex with them, block them. That's it. Move on to another person.
I know that's right.
Yeah. They used to do
Hey.
that. And it used to work out because they were pretending to be people that they were not. And it used to work in their advantage for some reason.
Wow. Wow.
Of course.
So that's why I say just have to be careful out there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
And these were
Judy.
your friends, right, Z?
Stories I heard. Let's put it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They were associates, acquaintances. That's what you call them. You don't call them friends when they're doing scandalous stuff. You let them ride on the sideline.
Or let's put this. They were acquaintances. So
Yeah.
Acquaintances.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty dogs.
so yeah.
Wake up in a tub of ice. Be careful with somebody taking all your organs.
Oh, yes.
Julian.
That's what I said. Mm-hmm. Yes, Julian.
Be careful. And it is true. It is out there. People doing that.
Right.
People doing that actually. Meeting
Mm.
people online, taking them, doing bad things to them. You just don't know what you want to do. And
Wow.
just, you just risk it.
I think that's why a lot of people too, they stay in the comfort area, right? Because to even think to have to, even have to think about that is too much sometimes. And so familiar places and someone you already know that's not going to take your kidney, you might not be able to bake a cake, but you know they're not going to take your kidney. So I think sometimes it's better to just
I'm
stay there.
telling you. So one of the stories in the book, and this speaks to hi Judy. I'm sorry. Do you want to share something? We're just having a conversation. Feel free to jump in at any time. Um, one of the stories in the book, a lady met a guy and they met out and about, and he appeared to be normal. Everything seemed to be fine. They dated for a while, and he asked her, they had dated for a while. He had his own place. He asked her to marry him. And she is Latin American of Mexican descent. And so she decided that, her parents lived with her. She had her kids. She was like, how about you just move in with me? I have a big house. And, then we don't have to relocate anybody. So they did that. And after a while, he started acting weird. Like, just any little thing would set him off. He was always on a tangent. It was always something going on. He was paranoid about her parents. He was paranoid about her kids. He just ended up being crazy. And so it got to a point for her that she could not handle it anymore. So she was like, look, this is not working for me. I need you to leave. We need to split. And she tried to do it as amicably as possible. He went and got a hammer and started beating her in the head with a hammer with her family in the house.
Lord have mercy. Wow.
Z, that is awful.
So It
I'm
is, it is,
telling you how mean she is. I want to get some chocolate macadamia. It's
I think she may not know that she's on, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
drop her. But no, so literally, that when I speak to safety
Right.
and well-being as a
Mhm.
woman, that is something that I really think about. Like, I'm really, really like, can I trust you? Are you somebody I could have around my children? Are you gonna wake up one night and become an axe murderer? I don't have to
You know
worry
what?
about you cutting the screens on my windows, trying to break in my house.
When you
And
have kids, you have to be extra, extra careful.
oh yeah, yeah,
That's you have to be very, very, very careful bringing people
yeah,
to the world that easily. You really have to. In those kind of cases, I would say you have to set boundaries, and I will respect your boundaries because you're not doing it just for yourself, but for your kids as well.
uh-huh,
So, yeah, if you have kids, you just have to be very, very careful.
yeah,
If you don't,
yeah,
Absolutely.com.
yeah,
yeah.
if you
And
don't,
so,
that's
um,
another story.
and for me, again, I just you can't be too safe. And so I think that's the other challenge is you just can't be too safe. That is the other. I was like, I'm not. Yeah, I had a older gentleman tell me years ago, what I need you to do is get a pow pow, keep it behind your door in your bedroom at all times. And if somebody decide they're gonna come, you make sure you take care of them. So,
Wow.
um, I just yeah, I like peace.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
I
nothing
like
better than
peace. I like
Yep.
living. I like
Yep.
all of the
you
things.
know what? Peace is priceless. People take
Yes.
peace for granted.
Yes.
Peace is priceless. You have peace,
Hmm.
oh Lord, everything just works out. You happy.
Z, one thing I say is that when I'm doing my lives, I do my lives at 8 in the morning, by the way.
You do life like
And
8 in the morning.
eight, yeah, I
People
do
are
my
working at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I also do blogs, so you can catch whatever I do on there because I blog first before I do lives or anything. But anyways, the thing that I always say that I speaking to Lady Love about, this is me personally. I am fine being alone if that's going to be that. Like I love my peace. I love it. I already raised my kids. They're young adults. They're out there in the world. I'm here. I have my peace of mind, the peace of clarity, right? The peace to choose, the freedom to choose. Those all that is there's no money can't buy that. It's very priceless. And I love that. I love that.
But you still want to have someone to share it with.
Now, the good time with, yeah, go and go do this with, go out and go do this. But what I also am saying is that I'm also fine I being where I'm at, right?
Right.
But of course, to go for that companionship, like to hang with, I like to watch
You have to
sports,
hang with your
stuff
own
like that.
Mhm.
and send roses, please, please. Yes. So for whatever, I don't know what we're doing it for, Z.
Um, well, and also what I shared before, Z, when I was dating someone, so I like someone that pays attention to details. So I told them the story about how one time I came home and they left me stem red roses first of all in a box, and then what really was special is that he got me Synergy kombucha. I didn't even know he paid attention to things like that, right? But he did. I think those little things are very important.
What
Thank you
is
very
it?
much. Thank you very much.
What is it? Standard kabusha. What is that?
Synergy kombucha. It's kombucha, but it's the brand is Synergy. So I like Synergy because it gives you energy. It's a natural energy. What was that noise?
That was me
What was
saying hi.
oh, you?
I tried to make it low, so it would interrupt with you talking.
Julian just asked a question.
Tell us one annoying thing about yourself, ladies, that a man's got to deal with
Well, I already know for Miss Exterminator. She just likes to run the show.
I like what?
to
To
run
run
the
the show.
show.
Um, tell me one annoying thing. eh, Um, about annoying. Why, there is nothing annoying about me. Thank you very much.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So, see, I'll let you guess. What is the one annoying thing that you would think
That's
about
you.
me? Hmm.
Tell me why you're not thinking about yourself. Okay. Oh man, it's kind of hard to tell, but let me think. Sorry, I can't guess. I cannot.
That's a good thing.
I cannot think of it.
Um,
That's
The,
sad. He had
the
it
way,
already with me, but you know
that's
what,
why. Well,
Z?
yours
that's why I
I'm
is
was
gonna
like,
have to kick
okay.
you in your butt, Z.
no Miss Exterminator. Yours is different. You
He
based
said
on
yours is different. He said, no, Miss Exterminator, yours is different.
based on your past experiences, what you shared, and then what you stick
So,
to.
Julian, what is it? Tell me one annoying thing that you would pick up. I see
Who's
the
he said
LOL.
you are not who's not as wholesome as she
I
looks?
don't know if he's talking about you or me.
Child, no. I'm a well-respected woman of my community.
I think ladies are love. You are you're very social. I can tell. And one annoying thing. Oh boy,
That would be one of the annoying things is that I am very social.
not at all. That's a gift.
It is, but some people don't like it. Some men are like, go sit down and just be quiet and be docile and be submissive and stop trying to save
Oh,
the world.
okay.
Not in my experience. A lot of men that they like that I'm outgoing because they
Julian
can
said,
take me places and I can just hang on my own. You know what I mean? Like they don't have to worry about me. Oh, are you okay? I'd be all over the place, and that's things that they do like about me.
You know, the right men. But for
Yeah.
some men, yes, I get the I want to kind of keep you to myself because of my energy. They want to keep me to themselves. They love that about me, but they don't want other people to enjoy it.
Well, yeah. Not to, yeah. Well, yeah. You know, if I'm talking to some, if I'm, it's okay. If they like that me, but if let's just say if I'm one on one too much with somebody, oh well, then yeah, that he would have a problem with
And the
that. That's
one-on-one
you know,
groups,
yeah.
groups, they're like, nope, she can't go. Nope, nope, no. One annoying thing. I don't know. I've been told that I was loud before. You're too
Why is
loud.
that bad?
there is a level of loud. A certain level can be annoying, and you don't show those threats here. No, we don't see it. So I don't know.
I've
I
told
laugh
you.
loud.
I do too. I laugh
Anything
loud.
loud is good. It's good. It's good.
Like people always know is Cindy must be here because they know I have a distinguished laugh, and everybody who knows me knows I'm somewhere because they know me by my laugh. I do laugh a lot and I do crack a lot of jokes. But yeah. And I think maybe what's annoying about me is that I can So it's a gift and a curse. I can see things for what they are, see through some things, and I think sometimes because I can do that, that can be annoying if I don't know how to explain it, but like I'll be like, and why is he blah blah blah, and be like, why are you asking that? Like, just dude, just chill, just have a good time, right? But something is telling me something's off. So sometimes that gets in the way. I would say it's annoying that I'm very observant of things, very discerning of people and things. Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
heard
that's not really annoying. Um,
I've heard a
you'll
couple
be
of times
surprised.
that it's my way or the highway.
or is your way or the highway?
It's my way or the highway.
Okay, that can be annoying.
Yeah, it's my way or the highway.
Okay, and that is like that is
Julian said, I guess I was used to you, lady love, from the start. What does that mean?
is
I
very true.
guess my annoying is normal to him, whatever it is. My voice, my tone, my yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
it sounds like Z and Julian are very grounded in like in who they are as men. So I don't think I think that they would see like that's why they're able to vibe with females like us because they kind of like they we're at the end of the day we're very simple, right? And they're very grounded, right? So it's not like because if what's one annoying thing about Z? What would be one annoying thing about Julian, right? Like, there's annoying things about all of us, really. I mean, we all do things. You don't know until you're with the other person because only that other person knows what annoys them,
Right.
right,
That's true.
right.
That's true.
right? Because I can, just like right now when I just said about what people in my past found annoying, what they didn't like, right? Well, to someone else that may not be a problem, but to them, but they were also rat monkeys, and rat monkeys are always hiding something. And I think that you notice, have I noticed that if I'm looking back, truth be told, rat monkeys are always hiding something. So you got to kind of like, you got to expect them to get annoyed when you're asking the right questions and being discerning.
Julian just said that he has none.
It- you have, there's nothing annoying about you, Julian. No, I'm pretty sure there is.
Nothing at all annoying, Julian, huh?
Nothing. Nothing.
Yes.
Julian, how you drop in and drop out? Are you at work? Yeah, but they're all something. We're gonna annoy people in different ways. That's just part of life.
And then
Go
sometimes what you
ahead.
think is just like you guys said, what you think is annoying might not be annoying to other people. Some people might find it annoying, some people might not. So
Yeah.
it would be based on people's opinion.
Mhm.
Like I hate when people chew loud, right? But then other people I'll go and I'll be like, doesn't that bother you? And they're like, what? They don't hear what I hear, right? The annoyance of
Yes, yes,
something.
yes.
So we're all just different.
We
Different.
are.
Yeah, be different.
Hmm.
Oh man,
I
that's
think
mhm.
I think being a nag though, as a woman, I've learned to not to. I remember my brothers used to say, "Oh, you're so nagging. I can't. I feel sorry for whoever marries you." They used to tell me that, and then when I got older too, I was like, I that's again self awareness, right? Learning not to. I stopped doing that, right? Looking at like I would want something. I'm like my mom, like I would want that if I'm cleaning the house, I would want you to throw out the trash because I'm doing things right then and there. And if you didn't throw out the trash when I wanted you to throw out the
That's
trash,
the
it
problem.
would be a fight.
Okay, that can be very annoying.
Yeah. And so now I've learned to be like, okay, he said he'll get to it later. Is that a big old huge thing? No. Is it annoying? Yes. But if he's gonna, as long as he throws it out after the or during halftime, I can put up with that, right? I can. It doesn't have to be on my time. It's not a serious matter, right, for me to sit there and nag. He said he'll do it. Now, if he said he does, it said something that he was going to do and he doesn't do it,
Mhm.
that's going to be a problem.
It's a different story.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Julian got another question. One thing about a man, annoys me.
One thing about a man that
Annoys you.
um
Lady Love, did you work today? You look tired.
I am tired.
Same here.
I'm tired. Yeah, I am tired. I'm sorry. I was looking for something too, so probably have the focused look on my face because I'm yeah, and I've been up since 4 o'clock.
Z
Um
straight said, "Are you tired?"
yeah, it's time to go. That he's telling me it's time to shut it down.
No,
So
not at all.
we are shutting it down in 4 minutes.
I usually go online on Fridays just
Do
for
you?
1 hour or two.
Oh, good. Well, thank you for being on with us for two because you hung out. Thank you.
Usually don't stay.
I'll tell you what annoys me, okay, Julian. I'll be glad to share this with the world, okay? Uh inconsistency. Inconsistency. No matter what in what any every aspect. If you're inconsistent, that's annoying to me. I can't stand it.
Inconsistent in what?
In everything. I don't care what it is. If you're inconsistent, I can't deal with you.
Is that a deal breaker for you?
Absolutely.com.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, you got to be consistent. I don't, because I'm consistent. I'm pretty much consistent. Unless there's something life or some emerging or something, I'm pretty much consistent. If I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to be there. If I say I'm going to call you at a certain time or I'll call you tomorrow, I'm going to call you tomorrow. Again, unless something serious goes on, I like consistency. If your way of throwing out the trash is okay, I'll throw after I watch before I go to bed kind of thing. If that's what you tell me how you're gonna do it, then that's the way the heck you better do it. I like consistency.
Oh my gosh, that is not good, Miss Exterminator.
No, it's very good
No,
because let me
it's not
tell you
good.
why. It's
People,
good. There's no reason why you can't be consistent unless you're sick, unless something in it got in the way. But consistency is very important.
you can have down days, downtime, down year. I mean, it would depend on what area, but
It, it-
in all the areas, that's impossible. No one can stay consistent in all the areas.
pretty much you can. Pretty much you can. You pretty much can. You really can.
I don't think so.
Do you consistently get up and go to work?
I have no choice. Yes,
Okay. So you pretty much can.
that's one
What's
thing. That's what I
important.
said. That's one area that you must try. That you have to.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The important things in life, you have to be consistent,
But
right?
I
Like
think you
you
said
have to show up.
on all areas, everything, everything is hard to be consistent on everything.
Well, I'm talking about for relationships to work, you can be consistent. When you care about something like you value something or someone, you can be consistent for the relationship. And whatever that means to two people, whatever the living situation is, you can be consistent. Unless, again, somebody's sick, illness, disruptions of life that is out of our control. But for the most part, we all can be consistent because we do it. You just said you go to work for the most part, right?
Right.
That's being consistent.
Hmm.
Are you sick sometimes and you can't go? Do you have family person? Yeah, those are life things. Those That's reasonable. But we can be consistent for the things that matter. I'm not saying like you consistently use a soap a certain way or something. I'm just talking about the real things in life, showing up, being consistent, keeping your word keeping your word. You know what I mean? If you're going to do something, be consistent about it. Don't be flaky. I can't stand flaky.
So you will not tolerate one time of inconsistency.
No, see, you didn't hear what I said.
No, I mean,
Sometimes things interrupt our lives, and that's reasonable.
without the
But,
interruption, you
huh?
wouldn't tolerate without any interruption.
Without an interruption.
Yeah, if there's nothing, you should be consistent.
I see. I guess we're going to agree to disagree on this.
Yeah, you have to be consistent. I like to know that I know you're going to call me tomorrow, or I know that, I know that at a certain time, your thing is maybe you take the trash at a certain time, right? I don't like it to be like one time you'll do it in the morning, one time you do it at night, then it's sitting there for 2 days and 3 days. And I'm just using that as an example. I don't like flakiness because that's where arguments start.
I see.
And mine would be not being honest or transparent. And it's not a one time thing, but if I see that it's a pattern, it's a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker.
Okay, I understand the pattern.
Yeah.
It's a deal breaker. So I thought
Mm.
I'd share this to make you guys laugh.
Who's that?
What is that? We can't see it, honey.
Is that you sitting and someone sitting on your lap?
That's Julian.
Oh, that's
What is
Julian
Julian, what are you doing? And
holding a
what
red
is
cup.
this?
Julian, what were you drinking? We all want to know what was in that drink, in that cup. Any red cup, carry a lot.
Carry a lot. It carries a lot, huh? What is it, 16 ounces or whatever it was?
Yes, a man word must be true.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I was
How
laughing
many
because
years was that?
that was 10 years ago.
Wow.
That was 10 years ago. So that was, I said that we would do these camping trips and it be like 50, 60 of us. And we were out sitting at the fire pit and there were no chairs. And so Julian decided that he was going to sit on my lap.
Oh, so you know Julian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Nice.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's
Yeah.
nice. What kind of? I was thinking of actually inviting friends in during Christmas time and rent a house by the beach. You see how people have vacation that you invite couples to come with a wife, significant others.
That's
That would be
nice.
nice. Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah, and then get a house by the beach and then for a weekend. I told some of my friends, I'm like, that would be nice.
Yeah, it would be. That would really be nice. And it's, you know what, when you get like, I know, so here we go to Oklahoma usually,
Mhm.
and we will rent like a group of houses. So there may be like 4 or 5 houses, and everybody kind of stays, people are put in houses based on, if they have family or somebody else is with them and that kind of stuff. And then we have a main house where we do everything.
Mhm.
And the main house is where all the food and stuff is cooked and prepared and where we have all the parties and all of that. So we do karaoke and
Oh, that's very nice.
talent show and a white party. And it's just over a weekend and it's
Yeah.
by the lake. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, so it's a lot of fun. We haven't done it in a while, but it's a lot of fun. But yeah,
It is.
so I
It
don't
is.
know why I showed that picture because Julian is on here talking trash. I needed y'all to know that
He said,
he's sober.
Julian, Julian, why are you talking? And then Julian said, I said I was going to, he said, I said I was going to do it. Don't remind me every 6 months. Well, every 6 months, that's a blessing if they only do it every 6 months.
Yeah, that's it.
Name one. That's a dream come true woman right there. If she only gonna nag you every six
Yeah.
months.
You know what? I don't, I'm pretty laid back when it comes to, I'm like, their word on like the things that matter is important, but stuff like the garbage is, I don't care. I'm like, it get bad enough, I'll take it out. I'll be like, you know what? I'm sick of you.
Now, Miss Exterminator is strict.
I don't think that's strict. I think if two people have an agreement, right, of shared roles and shared responsibilities in a household, and one of your roles is to throw out the trash, and you will be throwing it out, whether it's every night or every other morning, whatever it is. I think if that's your role and that's something we agree on and that's something that's given, then be consistent about that role. I don't think that's being strict. I think that alleviates a lot of arguments, because guess what? We all get moody, right? And when you're moody, you can find the littlest thing to start arguing about. So I
True.
mean, you got to keep it real. Now, I just live in a I know real situations. Just because I'm not like with somebody, right, doesn't mean I wasn't, right? I know how it is.
Hmm.
So I realize that for me, I need to have consistency in certain roles that we play in our relationship.
Hmm.
And see, because I'm not consistent,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not consistent either.
I'm not
I can
consistent.
tell.
So I may be like, okay, I'm gonna cook dinner tomorrow night. I don't feel like it. Let's go get something to eat.
I try to be consistent, but sometimes I'm not. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And there's nothing, and here's the thing, y'all. This is why when you're establishing a relationship, right? You're dating someone, you already learned those things about them and you make a choice about that, right? This is just something for me, that's me, right? That your wife, you're married. She already accepted your inconsistencies, right? You that's okay. It doesn't probably bother her. Or like Lady Love says, I mean, but with me, y'all should know, I get up there at 8 a.m. and do the live. I'm consistent. And if I'm not, I let people know, because then something interrupted, right? Out of my control.
Mhm.
But for the most part, you're going to see me at 8 a.m. up there. God allows me. You see
Why
what
you
I'm saying?
why you
I'm
doing
just
your live? Why you doing your live at 8 a.m.? People going to work at that time. People are at work.
Okay, because that's the time that I can do it. That's the time that I'm ready to do it. That's the time that I have made available to offer myself to the world. It's my choice. Nobody's paying me to get up there. I'm doing it on my own. It's something I like to do and I enjoy it, but I am a morning person. My energy is the highest in the morning. You cannot get me past 2 o'clock, okay? Because I'm just going to be staring at you and you're going to be staring at me.
Like you guys were staring at me tonight, and Z's like,
Yeah, look at
Lady
Lady
Love, you
Love.
look tired.
Yeah, she look tired. She look tired.
I
Mm-hmm.
am. I'm sorry. It's been a long day.
I finished
She
work.
was on she and Julian were on the live with me in the morning. And we go for like what, 2 hours and a half?
Mhm.
And
Nice.
I do a whole training, a whole teaching. I'm just not talking. I just construct this whole thing and I go by it, don't I? I do a whole
Mhm.
teaching. I
What can I teach
teach.
you? What can I teach you? I want to hear this. What can I teach you?
Well, listen, you can go and please subscribe to my channel. Also, I write on Substack.com
Now,
and
just
subscribe to my
You're not
YouTube
gonna give them a
channel.
teaser.
give me an idea of what to expect.
Okay, like today we taught on the courage to walk away, right? We talked about walking away in a bad work environment, from a work a work environment, a relationship, family things, anything that you are in that is toxic and it's been hard for you to walk away, how do you get the courage to do it? And we talk about that. We give them tools to do that. You know, I go into all that. I set up the teaching, we do it. We had a really good teaching today this morning. I mean, re- people really want to know those things. And yesterday I did what? Oh, yesterday wasn't a popular topic. It was on what you do in the dark, your personality versus your character. Z, that might have been something you could have zoomed in.
Oh boy. Oh no, you didn't.
Oh, and I've done a training on rat monkey. What is 3 signs you're dating a rat monkey? Okay.
What is even a
Yeah.
white monkey? What is it? I've heard you use that word a couple of times, but what is it?
Lady Love, do you remember what a rat monkey is? Do you remember the signs you're dating a rat monkey?
Um, they are sneaky. They hide stuff. They are, what else?
Okay, so think about this. I want you to think first when I do the first description, okay? First, I want you to picture a monkey, okay? Here's the first sign you're dating a rat monkey, okay? First, I want you to think about a monkey's tail when I say this thing, okay? They are everywhere but where they need to be. Okay, so think about a monkey's tail. They swing tree to tree to tree. They're everywhere but what they need to be, right? With you. They somehow are not anywhere with you, but they're everywhere else. You happen to go out and you thought that they were supposed to be asleep and they're somewhere else, right? So they're just swinging from tree to tree, a man to man, woman to woman, whatever. Because a rat monkey is a person. It's a type of personality, okay? A character, should I say. And then now think about number 2. So I gave you the image of the tail, right? Hanging, swinging from tree to tree. Now think of a rat. What does a rat do? We like to see the rats, we think of them of coming around. They get their cheese and then they go hide in a corner. Okay, so rat monkeys like to take. They like to come around when they need some cheese. That cheese can be anything, money, cheese, anything like that. They take it, they just take from you and disappear. Okay, so now that's a rat. Now a rat monkey together. Think about a rat and a monkey together, utilizing their both of their little attributes, so to speak. Okay, their characteristics. They do gymnastics when it comes. They gaslight you with gymnastics, right? You say, oh, who's that calling you? Oh, why are you asking me that? You're so jealous, or you're so insecure. Oh, you're crazy. They're always gaslighting, deflecting. So those are 3 signs you're dating a rat monkey.
Hmm.
There's more to those signs, but I just put it that way so you can look at it. It's more symbolic, if anything, because no one forgets that. When I use little creatures or insects to describe something or someone's behavior, it sticks better. You'll never forget rat monkey. You're gonna always remember that.
Hmm. That's interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, I did a training on 3 signs you're dating a rat monkey, which is, it's somebody's character, right? It's the way they get down. So those are signs that, you're dating somebody who's, oh, sign number 2 was about the rat coming around and getting the cheeses because they're emotionally unavailable, right? They're emotionally unavailable for you. So it was like it was a pretty good teaching, but that's pretty much what it is.
I have a lot of objections, but I don't think we have time to share that here.
No, we don't. And
One
you should
day,
have been participating.
next Friday, when I usually I cannot connect in the morning because my work 8 o'clock I'm at work. And,
Yeah. Okay, next Friday then.
next
So
Friday
can we
afternoon.
get 10 hearts or 10 fingers before we go?
Here we go.
Oh, for the
Here we
day.
go. Holler at your girl. Holler at your girl, Lady Love, y'all.
Yes, can we
She's
get
talking
10
about
fingers,
love.
please?
Z's talking about love. Lady Love is talking about love. Julian's talking about love. Where is the love?
The
Air. It's in the
heart is up
air.
in the air. Yep.
I absolutely enjoy it, Z. I enjoy when you and Julie come on. It just makes everything much more better. You guys are all funny and,
It's
and
nice to get
challenging.
the
Yes,
male
the best.
energy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, we got experience to share a few things we've experienced in the past.
And if
Yeah.
you have a chance, so I think we have what, it's 11:45.
It's 9:44 here. All right.
See, yeah. Did you think long and hard about your perspective? You just said move on. You said you had something else for Miss Exterminator. Are we done?
No, I don't.
About
I do, but it's going to be a long conversation. So I'll
We'll have the long conversation next week. Thank you guys for staying on and chatting.
thank you for
Um,
having us.
appreciate you.
All right. Bye bye.
Have a good night, everybody.
You too.
Bye bye.
All right.
Mm, How do I
Good
get out?
night. I know. How do you get out? I'm